Hello Gemini, welcome to Essence Reflections Tarot. My name is Krista, and this is your reading for the week of July 8th to 14th, 2019. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can find out when your next reading comes out. Okay, let's get started here. So in the physical, we have the Five of Cups. So it looks like you're dealing with some grief this week, Gemini. And in the emotional, you have the Magician. In the mental, you have the Page of Wands. And in the spiritual, you have the Page of Swords in reverse. So it looks like really the major shift for you right now is in your emotional, and it's you are trying to, you're in the process of really working with your emotions, working with your grief, working with a sense of loss and a sense of isolation, and trying to work with that and move it into a more grounded and embodied place for yourself, where you are, it's like those emotions are undergoing a transformation and undergoing a rebirth, and it's part of the kind of process of the phoenix right now, where you are, everything is being distilled down to ash, and you are thinking about and looking forward to the time when you're going to rise from those ashes anew and all bright and beautiful and shiny, but you're not quite at that space yet, but you can see it, you can imagine it, you can envision it, and you're really in that nitty-gritty process of working with those things that are really not all that glamorous and really not all that well, they can be very difficult and very unpleasant to work with, but you are doing it, and you have this vision for yourself, and you are just learning, you are learning a lot about yourself through this process, and you are learning ways to cope and to rely on yourself that you did not imagine were possible and that you did not see were skills and abilities that you did have. And here they are for you. With the Page of Swords in reverse, it looks like you have this vision, you can see for yourself, and yet at the same time how that's actually going to come about, and putting it into words and being able to articulate it and work with it is difficult at this point, because it is in the stage of manifesting, and it is in the stage of where you're working with it. It's like you want to be able to communicate it, but it's too soon to be telling others about it. It's really too soon to be broadcasting this for yourself. It's something that, it's a process for you, and something internal, and something that you need to work with and to just be in right now before you can really start to share it and really start to tell others about it and really be that example that you want to be. That's a very noble desire, and you will get there, but it's really not time for it to be public right now. It's really a very internal, it's very new. You're just at the very start of this phase, and you have a journey ahead of you, and I think that you probably already know this. I really do see that this is a journey that you are undertaking right now for yourself in a space of isolation, and in a space of almost like it's a hermitage for you, and not in an unhealthy way. This reading this week is a reminder to you that you have all the tools that you need at your disposal. The Magician here, he has all the tools of the tarot in front of him, the cups, pentacles, swords, and wands, and he works with those, and he's able to manipulate them and work with them, and you have the same. You have everything you need in order to go through this process at your disposal. And I really get a sense of that this is difficult for you, and that this is a bit grating for you, and you're probably not someone who is used to doing things in isolation, and this is a new area for you to expand and grow in, and to find parts of yourself and strengths within yourself that you did not realize you had, and to really learn about yourself. You are in a phase of learning about yourself, and so don't shortchange yourself on that. Really allow yourself the space and the time and the focus that you need in order to make these observations, and to take these little bits and pieces and treasures that maybe don't make a whole lot of sense to you at this point, but store those away and see later on where they come back up for you, and where they come true for you, and where they are able to step in and be a strength where you didn't look for them to be strengths at all. I really hope that this reading has resonated for you, Gemini. Thanks so much for being here, and I wish you all the best this week. Bye-bye.